Hello everyone who is very patiently waiting for updates to the game. I am BorderWise and welcome back to From the Depths. More specifically, 4.2.6 Stable, the update of. I said that in a weird order. So this is the quality of life and cosmetics, aka colors update. And the changes that are in this update have been sitting around in alpha test for a while. And we're just going to go through them, some of which we've covered before in previous update videos, but others that I kind of just skipped because it just came in bits and pieces. So first things first, we're going to just read from the patch notes directly. 4.26 stable. Update that gives more granular control of the camera, provides coloring options with quality of life. Alright, a love letter to our amazing community. As with all updates to vanilla, mods may break. Please, if you have any problems, disable mods first before bothering developers. Hint hint, leave them alone. By the way, the render distance mod, which I'm currently using, I think has already been sneakily updated, so that should work with this. It's certainly working with me. Greetings, builders and commanders. We've been listening to your feedback, reading your suggestions, and watching your incredible creations, and we're thrilled to deliver another update packed with the features you asked for. This update is all about giving you more creative freedom, smoother building experiences, and those quality of life improvements that make designing your dream war machines even more enjoyable. I know some people think we don't listen, but we've listened to your feedback following the camera update at Christmas time, and Nick allowed Luxon, the new dev, and Sean to go wild in the code. So, you can now select different camera options along with simultaneous mode in your options to get your camera back to how it was for you oldies. Sorry this has taken so long, but it was quite a complicated task. Linux and Mac players, we are aware of some issues, but until Unity fixes issues, we can't do much just now. We do plan to update to the latest LTS version, but it's a huge task, so it's scheduled for later in the year. And there goes into the stuff. So basically, overall, camera, you can get the old camera back. Certainly some people would rejoice. I've gotten so used to the new camera now that I might have trouble switching back. We're going to see as we go. We also have the trail generator, which, by the way, I have just, for giggles, stuck on the back of this canoe. It doesn't make a hell of a lot of sense when put on props, but it does look kind of cool. Gives you a sense of motion. Alright, so lets you go crazy with your trails. Manipulating this can make some really unique things. You can go whoop, 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 whoop. You can now also color your jets. Custom jet engines and ions, very nice. Please note the new slide on the color picker for CJA for controlling afterburner saturation, which is very nice. And now we get into the patch notes themselves, and just for giggles, I'm going to have some background noise, some background visuals, while I read this all out. So, we of course need to spawn in a marauder. That's the first thing. I don't know if it's tradition, but it's going to be funny. Hopefully we don't get one shot. Are you going to do anything? Yes, you are. So this is just a silly little... Oh, yeah! This is something I actually experimented with. You can change the color of cram traces, which is very nice. Anyway, new additions! Let your creativity shine. Let's lock onto the back of the turret, actually, because that would be handy-dandy. Uh-oh. Don't miss now. Yay! Alright. Color your world. Visual customization. Jets, ions, missiles, and flamers now have full color pickers. Paint your resource trails, engine lights, and weapon effects. Taste the rainbow? Hell yeah, taste the Skittles. Trail generator block. A brand new block for creating custom visual effects. The possibilities are endless. We've already duct taped them onto the back of our canoe here. Missile customization. Oops. Oh no, there goes my cram canoe. Alright. Choose between smoke or ion trails for your missiles, complete with color customization. Note this is purely visual. Hologram enhancements, added alpha channel. Alpha channel control for hologram text opacity. Added new current target channel data support. Use the current target data X command, where X is the AI channel number. Nice. And hologram themselves can only support alpha cutout, but someone might find a use for that, so we included it. So, yeah, that's really good. I wasn't looking at my canoe. How are we doing? We're actually doing just fine. Ah, this thing managed to tank a marauder shot. That's weird. Is it going to tank everything else, though? Alright, decoration system. You asked for better decoration support, and we delivered. Missing mirrors added. Triangle to triangle, quarter pole, hollow quarter pole, negative quarter pole, quarter sphere, and the plane triangle meshes now have their mirror counterparts. I didn't even know those were missing. There may still be a little work required here with some shapes, but they'll come soon. Deco attachment. Decorations now attached to moving parts. Ship wheels, vehicle controllers, flamers, and drive wheels will move your decorations with them. So we can literally demonstrate that right now. So, let's see, what's it? Ship's wheel. So, if we do something like this, and if we turn this off, and if we just decorate something like this on here, and if we... Interesting. We need to get rid of this first. There we go. You can see that this decoration moves with the ship's wheel. Very nice indeed. And there's what else? We need to spawn some more things for this to fight. What do we fight here? Let's spawn in... Wanda is actually kind of hard for this guy. Let's spawn in a Jacob's Scorn. What's the worst that could happen apart from everything? Alrighty, who then? Right, decoration system, deco attachments, deco and attachment moving parts, armor refit integration. The armor refit system can now affect decorations of corresponding colors and materials. Piston and wheel hiding, decorations can now hide pistons and wheels for cleaner aesthetic builds. And mirror where deletion, the delete all decoration command now offers to delete mirrored decorations too. So, just for giggles, I'm going to demonstrate that right here. So let's do here. Let's just do a random something like this. So we've just put something like that. And if we do the armor refit from wood to alloy, if we do that, that did not appear to work. We appear to be, yep, we're out of materials. Let's try that again. Let's see if it actually manages to get that decoration. Whoops. There you go. That did not appear to work. Hold on. Oh wait, no, I think that's an option. Hold on. Effect decorations. Oops. What the hell did I do? Alright, there we go. Where's the wood? Oh no! We need at least one wood. Alright, bearing in mind what is a decoration and what isn't. Effect decorations. The fact that you need to check that every time, I don't know. That's possibly just covering our ass. Alright, so let's do there. Refit. It did work! Look at that! A little bit complicated, apparently. Alright, let's do that. And let's go here. And let's delete all, like so. Delete with mirror. Oops. Yep, there we go. Oh, that's very handy. Oh, I like that. Also, our little guy is now twice as expensive as he used to be. Well then, we're gonna need to spawn in a new friend for him. Otherwise we're gonna run out of stuff. Scuttle gun, why not? Go forth, my little canoe. Alright, mirror word deletion. AI and control improvements. Attack Run 3.0, a powerful new AI and behavior combining Attack Run 1.0 and 2.0 with target protection and 3D distance calculations. No, we cannot feed weapon protection yet. So, if we go in here, I'm definitely not going to ruin all of this. So you see, Attack Run 3.0 is right here. And let's see, ring, break off distance, 400 meters. I wonder how well this works with something like this. Probably just fine, honestly. So yeah, that's just, I don't know, an alternative, another alternative for planes that kind of combines one, Attack Run 1 and 2. Let's do just circle, something like that. There we go. Old routine is back. Perfect. Alright, weapon control toggle, added option to disable player control of specific weapons. So, if for instance you have a little flare or something like that here that you don't want to control when you hit Control Alt, you can hit this button right here. Very handy just for Seawiz and stuff like that. Very nice. What else? Breadboard integration, door states and moving light offsets are now fully controllable by breadboard. Jolly, jolly nice. This thing is now so expensive, maybe it can take on 2 Marauders. I hope so. Let's see here. Craft can now be focused on via the AI menu, which is very handy. I think you can do... You can't do it on enemy vehicles, unfortunately, but you can do something like this. Oh no, I've lost my AI. There we go. Jolly good. Alright. Building quality of life, area deletion. Right click with the prefab selected to delete entire areas quickly. Let's just test that. Let's just go here. Length, like so. Whoop. And right click? Hold on. Wait, what? Right click with the prefab selected to delete entire areas quickly. Alright. No, it's not. Oh. Oh, that did work. Oh, it just. Oh, we just weren't on the origin block, so we can just do. Oh, wow, that's so helpful. Oops, there goes my butt. There goes my anus. No, I mean my canoe's anus. What? I can tell the difference between my anus and my canoe's anus. I'm smart. Camera control presets. Choose from legacy, standard, or streamline camera controls to match your playstyle. This is where we get to experiment with that. So let's go view and control. So return to orbit after moving. Skip orbit after moving. No orbit. Oh, wow, this is... Allows you to carry the orbit mode, pivot around, disabled to have a single anchored free cam. Avatar cam, free cam, construct cam. Ooh, wow, this is not just switching between... Alright, so if we go to legacy, what does this do? That does that. Honestly, alright, cool. So it's like best of both worlds here, I guess. And what is this? Hold on. Part of the problem is I might just, let's go, nope, where's it? View and control. Alright, avatar anchor, make the construct anchor to the avatar instead, only if avatar is on the focus construct. Standard, and recommended. Camera center, return to orbit after moving. So there we go, alright. I'm not seeing the difference here, but like maybe I'm just gotten too used to like literally everything. Now let's do streamline. So skip orbit after moving. Okay, avatar cam, construct cam, free cam. So moving. I think you actually need to spawn in your avatar in order to make this work well. Huh, my little cram canoe is actually doing things. Interesting. I'm gonna just leave it on streamlined for now, because I think it's just, like, smoothing the camera out nicely. That's just fine. Mostly, I was worried that, like, just zooming in the camera by scrolling would not be present on the legacy cam, but I guess it is, which is very, very nice indeed. Alright, so let's lock on there. Let's now new streamlined camera. Let's see here. Pause-friendly building. Build mode now works properly when the game is paused. This is the thing that makes adventure mode actually playable for a lot of people. So you can just do something like this, pause the game, unpause, and do things. I don't know, let's what can we do here? Let's, you know what, this is not armored enough, so let's do something like this. Let's do something like this. Like this. There we go, and now we're paused, we can do that. Should make the game a lot more accessible, actually, because you can just pause and build and work things out, and it's all very nice indeed. I'm just gonna do this for now. Wow, this canoe was bigger than I thought it was. I keep thinking I build little guys, but instead I build big lads. Oops. Alright then. And added plate beams and fixed their stats. So, if you're wondering about that, these little plate things, which are mostly honestly used for decorations, lots of plates, and there's tubes, lots of tubes, so let's just go back to here. So there's plate tubes, square corners, like, you can literally just make a box. Like so. How do you make a box? Like so. Oh wow, that's actually very handy. Wow! Oh, the aesthetic builders are gonna love this, because you can just literally place this as decoration as well. Very handy. And triangle plates like so. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Oh, and plates. Plates, plates, plates. Plates for your table, but more specifically your deco. Splendid. Splendid, splendid, splendid. Oh, that's good. Oh, there's gonna be such wonderful greebling now. Such wonderful greebling. Alright, so now we'll go here. Let's spawn in another friend for us. What to spawn in? Let's spawn in a simoon, because that's always fun. Let the soothing sound of Cram Cannon soothe you. And changes! There's a whole bunch of changes. Smoke generator origins. Move the origin point of smoke effects for better positioning. Fleet organization. Forces are now alphabetically organized. Flagships at the top and drones below their motherships. That's actually very useful, jeez. Decorative railing, cost reduced from 3 to 1. Camera targeting prevents locking onto out-of-play targets beyond 5 kilometers for better gameplay flow. And cram revisual added incendiary texture for incendiary cram pellets. So, let's see, can we just do the shortcut with our cram cannons here? I don't think so. Hold on a minute. Alright, so it's got no compactors. So that just means we can literally do this. Oh, please let us do that. So it's just all this, apply to all cannons. Right, all incendiary. So you'll notice that the incendiary blocks are now... It hasn't changed in the build menu by the look of it, but... Let's see there. They're kind of yellowy now, as opposed to the red of HE pellets like that, which is very handy, because it means now we can kind of not be confused by them. We keep getting hit. Also, just for giggles, just to make this a properly burny cram, I'm going to tweak the settings, like so. Intensity max, thank you. Does this thing have timed fuse? It does not. It does. Oh no, that's terrible. We don't want that. No! I'm terribly sorry, I'm getting distracted because I am legitimately having fun. And get rid of that. Whee! Now our little cram friend is like, let's... Oh yeah, you know what? We can have some fun here and we can change the traces to be yellow. Yellow traces are fun. Yellow traces are fun. Let's do that. Yellow. Hell yeah. Why does that have a bit of blue in it? I don't know. Also, hold on a minute. I just didn't register what was happening over there. They have presets! That's so nice! They have presets for stuff. It's so nice. It's so nice! I love it. How much burny damage have we... We've done a fair amount of burny damage. Nice. Alright then. And now there's a lot of fixes. Yeah, there's a lot of... I don't know, I'll read out the fixes. Turrets and weapon fixes. Turrets with resting azimuth positions no longer leave ghost blocks when deleted. I didn't even know that was a thing. Fixed fuel usage calculations for flamers. Corrected alpha values in shell tracer color pickers. Hidden duplicate weapon variables in breadboard. Existing setups still work. APS shells should no longer get stuck in planar seals in certain situations. My goodness, that happens? My giddy Aunt Fanny, that's amazing. Alright, let's burn a marauder to death. Let's burn 2 marauders to death. Wouldn't that be funny? Wouldn't that be funny, honey? Alright. Let's see. Building and UI fixes. Fix the decoration UI, displaying extremely long numbers from floating point errors. Resolved decoration duplication glitch when undoing prefab's area deletions. Fixed rendering bug where some blocks prevented parts of constructs from appearing. Corrected CJE, custom jet engine components incorrectly connecting to Intex sides. And control system fixes. ACB is set to trigger on ACB taking damage. No longer trigger when repaired. Fixed duplicate complex controller keybind issues. Updated deprecated naming conventions for complex control outputs. And visual and performance fixtures. Improved jet smoke appearance and eliminated gaps. Ooh, nice. Optimized jets and ions code for better performance. Oh, that's very nice. I always love performance improvements. Plugged memory leak regarding simple weapon muzzle flashes. I didn't even know that was a... Please don't ram the Marauder. Please don't ram the Marauder. You're ramming the Marauder. This is why, people, you put rubber on your craft, just in case they're stupid. This is also why you might want to set a minimum... You're gonna ram again, aren't you? Yes, you are. Rubber is important. Wow, you missed by inches, you crazy person. Alright. What was I doing? What was I doing? I was distracted. Alright. Fixed memory leak related to nuclear explosions. And various fixes for breadboards, getters, and setters that caused null errors. Null reference errors, sorry. Miscellaneous. UV count display. Mesh UV counts are now shown alongside vertex counts in the modding menu. Good. And special editions. Neater expansion. Added a land spawn multiplayer designer instance for more testing opportunities. Oh, that's very convenient for the 5 people who do multiplayer. It's more than that. It's a lot more than that. Alright. And thank you for continuing to make... let's censor this horrible violence. And we'll read the patch notes directly. In fact, you... Shh. There'll be more Marauder murder later. Let's go here. Thank you for continuing to make From the Depths, the incredible game it is today. Your creativity, feedback, and passion drive every update we make. We can't wait to see what amazing creations you build with these new tools. Happy building, the From the Depths development team. Well, thank you, From the Depths devs. It's so nice that you continue to update this game, because it's always something new to look forward to, and like you're giving new toys for us. It's very nice. And thank you for listening to the community's feedback. It is much appreciated. So, and there's also a whole bunch of craft updates, and thanks to the Keepers of the Lore and Bounty Builders for delivering more great updates to the campaign craft. So, lots and lots of stuff. I don't think this is the big... I'm not going to read out all of these, because there's so much stuff. The Laniakea is watch out for that. Have mercy for the player, for I will not. Godly difficulty. This thing's terrifying. Might spawn that in, actually. That'd be nice. And Bullshark increased max altitude scuttling height. I'm not sure. I can't prove anything, but I wonder if the Bulwark versus the World, where you just where where the Bulwark was like abducted by that white flare thing and despawned because it got too high, was a factor in that. I don't know, and if it's not, then it's not. But like that's funny. Okay, and lots of stuff like that. Singularity? No, okay. Whoop. I spelled singularity wrong. I spelled it wrong again. Singular... Sorry about that. Okay, let's finish off this Marauder, and final thoughts on this patch. So, I like this. So it's nothing really gameplay changing. It's mostly about, like, the UI, the camera, and just aesthetics things, but like, I ain't complaining. I'm gonna stick these things all over the place, just watch me. And... what the... Right. Also, we got to set our Marauder on fire today, and that's very nice. In case anyone's wondering, this is my default thing to build. It's literally just a little canoe monitor, and it's great. Also, I need to make more deck guns, because deck guns are actually kind of fun. So yeah. Thank you once again, devs, and Cottles and Bounty Builders for keeping this game up to date and looking nice and pretty and functional. And thank you all so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. Support me on Patreon or YouTube membership if you like. It really helps. And there's fun perks in it for you. Like at the lowest tier, access to a Patreon exclusive Discord, and we can chat about From the Depths updates and stuff. And at the highest tier, I'll even build stuff for you. Or draw stuff for you if you don't need anything built, because building is part of the fun of this game. And do check out my other channels on my Twitch. Links are in the description or pinned in the comments, hopefully by the time you're seeing this. And I'll see you next time in From the Depths. Is the Marauder despawning just in time for the video to end? It doesn't look like it, but it's okay. There'll be more Marauders to shoot later. Farewell! It's a Marauder barbecue. It's a Marauder barbecue. Don't you want to barbecue a Marauder until it's cooked and dead? Yay!